I want to say a massive, massive thank you for everyone coming back and watching my video. I'd also like to say, if you haven't done so already, please click the like and subscribe button to this channel so that you can get updated with any future videos that I do. Okay, so today's topic, I haven't been online for ages, so I have got notes, but today's topic I thought I'd talk about cyberbullying. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it's something very close to my heart. I actually experienced this not too long ago, and I was going through it for about 5 months or so, and it was very, very distressing for me. And because I went through this, I wanted to share it just so that I can help other people come out the other side and not feel like they still have to be a victim. So, like I said, today's topic is cyberbullying, and yes, it was my worst nightmare simply because it gave me anxiety attacks where I started to feel low self-esteem, and I had the feelings that I had were they were inside and outside, but they were very negative feelings, both inner and outer. I was afraid, I felt unworthy, and so basically it was very difficult. But my real friends that have showed me love and compassion, and they were there for me, and that I'm very, very grateful for. I definitely am grateful for these people in my life, and I would say because I'm a person that felt like I had to always show that there was light at the end of the tunnel, a little bit like this video today. At that time that I went through this feeling, I did not have that in me to actually share, and so today I wanted to share that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to show you how I got through it. But so here goes. You're probably thinking, what is it that I was actually afraid of as well? So I'm going to tell you. Okay, so I actually was afraid because what was said about me was obviously some things were true, some things were twisted and very hurtful. But I was afraid of people judging me because of childhood abuse. I was afraid because people may judge me because I'm not married, or they may judge me because you know of the lies that were being said about me at that time. So obviously, yeah, it did hurt my feelings, but I knew that my real friends cared about me, loved me, and knew that that wasn't the person that I am. So one friend in particular that really, really helped me was a lady called Jane, and she phoned me and she said, oh, she was like, hi Tasha, haven't heard from you for ages, and to be fair, I haven't seen you on social media much lately. So I was like, yeah, I've just been going through a bit of a rough time. And then I literally just told her everything I had to. And when I did tell her, I mean, Jane is a friend that I've been friends with for over 20 years or so, so she's someone that really is a genuine loving friend, and I love her to bits. But anyway, she reminded me that I was not a quitter. She reminded me of all the wonderful things that I do and how far I've came from when she first met me to where I am today. And it did really, really help. I'd say those things really kept me going, but it made me feel better about myself. But there was still something that was still saying that I was still afraid to come out and still be publicly, still speak. So anyway, one thing that really stood out to me was a message that I kept seeing, and I was trying to ignore the message. And the message was literally this: it was saying about coming out of your comfort zone. And should I really say comfort zone, or should I say uncomfortable zone? Okay, because basically I was seeing this message about the comfort zone and the quotes that I was seeing, and it was quite in my face. So anyway, today something stood out to me again, and this was a message that I seen on my friend's status this time, and it basically said that it says the devil wouldn't be attacking you so hard if there wasn't something valuable inside you. And then it said that thieves don't break into empty houses, trust me, I did read that again, and I felt and decided that today there wasn't going to be no more chains on me, and there was going to be no more silence. I wasn't going to be silent anymore. It's something that I needed to talk about, because yes, I got a whole lot of love to give, and so me doing this message is me showing you my love, and also giving you encouragement to get out of your uncomfortable zone. Okay, so for everyone that's listening today, I'm actually shaking a little bit doing this video. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But for everyone that's listening today, I just wanted to say that if you're experiencing bullying, I feel that the chains that are around you and surrounding you today need to come off. They are something that you are not in physical chains, it's just emotional chains, and emotions can change, but you gotta help yourself to make them change. And how I made the change was basically, I'll go into a few steps of how that happened, but what got me thinking about why people do cyberbullying in the first place was this podcast that I was listening to on the weekend. So the host was actually talking about the pros and cons of social media. And what was most interesting to me was a phone call that came in from a listener, and she was basically saying that she's put pictures up of herself when she's looking good on social media to basically get likes or for attention on social media, which is what basically social media it is. It's something where people put their pictures up to be liked, or to give them self-confidence for that day, I suppose. And so she became a victim of that because she may have been feeling a bit low. So then it got me thinking that the people that are seeing these pictures may becoming envious or jealous of your success because they think you're being successful, but they don't realize that you're putting up a picture to make yourself maybe sometimes feel a little bit better. And maybe that was the reason why I was getting bullied, because they kept on seeing content of positivity, me doing well with my driving, because I'm a driving instructor, or me doing well with my trading, because I trade. So there was a few things that I've now set up in my life that have allowed me to move forward in life, and so because of that really did help. So anyway, seeing this podcast really got me thinking about how people see other people. And so then I started to understand why. And it all boiled down to one thing. And I would say that one thing was jealousy. Okay, so what I'd like to say is, regarding the jealousy thing, that people that are jealous, they're doing it because of insecurities about themselves, which is understandable, but it doesn't warrant people bullying other people. So what would I say you could do to help yourself from this? So when you're being impacted, when your life has been impacted by a cyberbully, I think the reason why it hurts more than any other kind of bullying is because so many other people have access to actually see what has been said about you. And I think even though we all know it's not true and your real friends know who you are, I still feel that it can be more painful just because it's almost like you think the whole world sees it, and I think that's why it hurts. But it's about not allowing it to hurt. So what I did, I went online and I found a few things that might help. So first thing that I found was to basically look at recognizing your value and your worth, and reject the lies and replace them with truths. Learn to refocus on who you actually are and try not to worry about what happened. You can even sit there and write a list about the things that people like about you, the things you like about yourself, and things that you want for the future as well. One of the important things that you should definitely do is definitely do not self-isolate. Obviously we're in this situation of pandemic time, but keep your friends close, whether that means on the phone call, Zoom call, video call, whatever it is. Do not stay on your own, because when you isolate yourself, the depression can become even worse. So keep loved ones around you and don't neglect or reject any of those relationships. That definitely would help. Another thing that can help, so this is the second thing I found, was focus on personal growth. I mean, really take a good look at yourself and identify which part of your personality you want to work on and what you want to see grow for the future. I think what I liked about this was that if you're going through problems of building up low confidence, then you need to build up self-esteem. You can also set boundaries for yourself, have new hobbies, just engage in new things that will make you grow as a person. I think that when you grow and you set goals for yourself, it's fantastic, because you can then look back at yourself, when you look at yourself, say 10 years down the line, you're going to see a different person to who you are today. So every little bit of growth that you do is definitely important to celebrate little bits of growth, because that will be helping you to shape into the person that you're going to be in a few years time, or even months time. Okay, so what else would I say? Find closure and move forward. So it can be difficult finding closure, but just moving forward and shutting the door to that situation, whether you block it, delete it, whatever you need to do regarding it. The other thing I would say regarding closure that can help is write it down. Write down how you feel, write down your past pains, write down everything. And it could be a letter that you might want to write to the bully. Obviously, we're not going to be sending it out there, but it's a letter all the same, and it gets everything off your chest in order for you to move forward. So if you want to move forward, writing it down is definitely the way to go. What else could I say? So one thing I want to quickly do now is I want to just quickly I want to read a poem that I found on the internet. So I'm just going to quickly go to this poem and read it to you. It's a poem by Maya Angelou. Absolutely fantastic poem, and I think it's really fitting for this situation, because bullies want to try and control people by putting them down. But this poem is called Still I Rise. So here it goes. So, you may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like the moon and the suns, with the certainty of tides, just like the hopes springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awfully hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shout me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air I rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come like a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds meeting at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise, up from the past that's rooted in the pain I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide, leaving behind nights of terror and fear. Still I rise, into the daybreak that wondrously clear I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream, the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Okay, so I really hope that you liked that poem, and I hope that you will take the chains off today for anyone that has been affected by any kind of bullying or any abuse. Get rid of those chains and start to rise. Remember, you are beautiful, you are worthy of everything, and you deserve every bit of love. Don't let any of those lies or words hold you back. No more will you be a victim of this. You are a warrior. Warriors do not stand there and lie down and take it. They get back up and they keep going forward. And today is a day where you need to keep getting back up and moving forward. You know what? Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. I just want to say I'm grateful for the support and love that I always receive. And yeah, till next time, take care. God bless.